That's the first time I've had two doors on the same rack. That's one door stripped, got everything out of it. Everything that comes out of that door is marked. I've marked it all, so I know, and I'll keep it all separate. So all the stuff that's come out of this door is in this tin. And that stuff will be kept together. And I'll do the same with the other door. Pulled that off, but even though it's completely stuffed, I'm going to hang on to it because that shows us what we need. We need a moulding shaped something like that where it goes around the door and up there on both sides. Let this one go. I've got most of that off this side. Same as this side, got more of it. There's hardly any left. Anyway, I've just chucked a real thin coat over the whole rest of it. And it can stay like that till tomorrow. Doors are stripped, guards ready to go. My parts are turned, my stuff's turned up that I need to do this. Anyway, really hot here today. Really hot. It's at least 30 here. You know, I'm stopping for the day. Just looking at this door here. Each one of those spots is a hot shrink. So it's been damaged and it's been shrunk down. So there's 1, 2. There's about 13 or 14 hot shrinks done on that panel. Anyway, saves me doing it. But they haven't put anything on it and it's rusted, so I'll give that a sand and I'll put some rust kill on it. The other door, it's had a couple of little hot shrinks done over here. But the metal's that thin, it's so easy to stretch it. Anyway, all these doors, I've given them sand and I've painted that stuff inside here. It's quite good stuff. It turns that into a different chemical. But looks like I missed a little bit there. I'll have to go touch that up. Anyway, stuff I've been using there seems to work quite good. Industrial strength. It gets the rust, surface rust, and it turns it into a different type of another chemical thing in it. It should last for a long time. And it leaves a film there and then you can just paint straight over it. Starts paint stripping the doors. I've done that, done the inside, now flipped it over. I've banged some paint stripper on these outside skins. Give that a while, that'll lift off. I'll just scrape it off. They'll probably still get blasted, sand blasted, but I like to remove the paint. Especially when they're this thin, the panels, it's so easy to warp. Without the paint there, it's just a light flick with the sandblaster. And I'll get sandblasted in and paint stripped inside and out. But that's lifting off straight away. It's this stuff, Diggers paint stripper. Probably an Australian brand, I don't know. Works quite good. Just buy it at Bunnings. It doesn't cost that much. A bit of a wind there. That sill is in perfect condition. There's no dents, nothing in it. There's no rust. So I've cleaned it all. Got all the paint off the jam. What I'm going to still do is bang a bit of that stuff and paint that on it and just leave it overnight. Just in case there's something I've missed. But the overall looks quite good. That's got to get cut off. Probably do similar to what I did to the guard. Just cut it through here somewhere and down. Just save that edge. That'll go. I'll do a folded edge like I did there. Right. Start scraping this stuff off. I won't film the whole thing, but it's pretty good paint strip of that shit. Hopefully just gets it all off in one hit. I'll probably have to give it a couple of goes, but yeah. Anyway, I'll put this camera down, so that shit's going straight into the bin. That's one go with the paint stripper. So it's got some bog here, bit there, same over here, there's a ding there, dent, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to sand that off now with that thing there. I've got that rust stuff painted on there, let that dry overnight. and just eats into the rust. Yeah, it pretty much gets rid of it. But I'll still hit that with a disc sander, and it's going to need a fair bit of dressing up. It's rough through here where it's been damaged, repaired and then re-damaged. Nothing unusual. Pretty much just the way it goes with these little cars. Little sports cars, they always get damaged. Pretty happy with the seals part. At least there's something I don't have to fix. Cool. Yeah, that stuff, it works really good. It's just clean that metal up perfectly. See, what you do is you just go along and give that a wipe with a wet, damp rag. It's good to go. But you know, it's got dents and stuff that needs fixing, but the surface of that's good. That's really good. Happy with that. Sills are the same. And they were pretty good anyway, these sills, but it just really cleans it up. Pretty happy with that. I'll give that a wipe off tomorrow and spray some primer on it. What I'd like to have by next Friday or whatever, next week sometime, I'd like to have from here forward completely finished. The doors, the sills, the guards, the bonnet, the front, all that done. And then I've just got to concentrate on this quarter panels, the back, finish doing the boot lid. Anyway, that's my plan, but there's no deadlines, it just gets done when I'm finished. It's coming along. Today's job, I've got to get this stuff in primer. You just can't leave that like that, it's got to be sealed. So both sides, and these doors need to be repaired, and then this has got to get all primed up inside, otherwise it'll just rust. And I've had that door on the driver's side. I've got to whack the passenger side door and make sure it all lines up with the guard good, and then I'll bog the guard and get that in putty. Right, there's the outside doors done. I didn't film much of that. It's taken so long. They've come out really good. Them doors are done. It took me forever to get those dressed up. I mean forever. I mean, something you think it's going to take a week, add another week to it. It just takes forever. But those door skins, they're going to look really good. These have been primed up and puttied on both sides. Yeah, I've just got to get in and do this guard. And there's a little bit of work to the bonnet, but yeah, it's getting there. I'm on schedule. Today's Tuesday. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've been going since 9:30. I really only like to work for about 4 hours a day on this thing, but whatever, it just gets away. I can't just leave it half done. Anyway, I'll whack a video together tonight, and yeah, thank you. What I've got to do tomorrow is finish off the inside of the doors. They're not actually in primer yet, even though a bit blue over it. They just need a bit of a sand and flick some primer on the inside of the doors. But that'll get primed when I prime the guard. So I'll be working on the guard and that tomorrow. And then basically from here forward we'll be done. And I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with this here. Realistically, it'd be best to take these off, but they don't come off easy and they don't go on easy. Because the metal's that thin, it's virtually impossible to weld it. You know, I'm sure paper's thicker than it. Anyway, I've got to have a whinge, otherwise you never get anything done in this business. Thanks for watching that.